Hey y'all, Bohemia here with Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart readings. Going to get into another pick a card reading. I did want to say that last reading I did, what shit do you need to shift, was very popular and it was cutting out and being crazy. So much was happening, so much energy was present that whole day, y'all, with my personal readings, whether it was online, in person, it was just crazy. So there was so much going on and that like I kept trying to do that reading and it would just cut, it would cut. So and then the baby was getting active and everything. So that last reading, what shift do you need to shift? I still have the last two options, and I'm sitting with spirit to see if that needs to be brought forward or if that just needs to be not done, but I will be doing another series of that. But that was definitely some crazy energy going on. So I hope that, resonated and helped. But yeah, the first one video disappeared and then, yeah, so I just took them all off. Hi, Champagne. Hi, honey. Thank you for watching, everyone. So today we're going to sit with the ancestors and see, and I will say it's tricky doing a collective. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. I will say that it's tricky doing collective readings, especially for ancestors. So I had to be like, okay, ancestors, like sync up, get in order of how you want to connect with everybody, because of course we all have different ancestry, we all have different individual family members. So the idea here is to try to get them to sync up and have the ones who have similar messages to come through. Now I do want to say some people are commenting and they're like, well, that didn't, that's not describing what I asked for, or this or that. So you have to make sure, like, this is your intuition. I'm just putting it here. So your intuition's going to guide you for what you need to hear. Sometimes, like, I can even do it too. Sometimes you're on there and you're just doing like 57 pick a card readings and then like you're like, okay, it's not clicking. So you have to see, this information's here. If your intuition doesn't feel like it's lining up correctly with what you pick, go ahead, drink some water, take time out to meditate, come back to the question, or there could be a reason why your spirit is picking something that feels like it's off for you. Oh, good, good. Yes, yes. And sometimes oh, that's okay. And sometimes it'll be more than one. Sometimes I'll go on one and I'll feel like that, like three of them resonate with me, and it's like a little three-card spread series or something. So, all right, I just wanted to say that. So now we're going to go ahead and get into it. I'm using the Gaian Tarot, the Halloween Oracle, the Art of Love Tarot, the World Spirit Tarot Oracle, and we have our options here. We have this shell, we have the Septarian, the Ammonite, we have rose quartz, and that little glitter just want to stay on there, so I just left it for you all. Maybe when your ancestors fancy. Oh, good. You resonate with the parent one. Good, good. I have the pink opal and we have the Tela agate. So I try to pick ones that are actually pretty good for connecting energy. I've been doing tarot for about 10 years. Yep. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get into it. So remember, at the end, I do the collective energy from all the like subconscious cards, as I call them, from the bottom of the deck. So let's get into it. For those of you who chose this awesome shell, see what we got. We have the Dancer of Lies. Ooh, what are they gonna? They're gonna spill some tea. We have Barnbrock, Sweetness and Synergy. We have the Empress reversed, Temperance, and we have the Three of Hearts, which is the Three of Cups reversed. Okay, let's see. I have my computer right here, y'all, because it needs to charge. So I see someone raining on your parade, and your ancestors are gonna spill the tea about it. Some of you guys, it's even your own mother, or something that's going on in the family dynamic that they're not okay with, and so they're bringing that up and showing you support here. Now some of you, I will say this could be from the other side of your lineage. So if you're thinking of like, the one side that you're familiar with your family, it could be the other side of your family that you're not so familiar with, that they're coming forward and talking about. But they're definitely speaking about there being like rifts in the family. Is that you already? Yep, yep. And so they're coming and they're like trying to celebrate you. They're trying to be like, no, I feel like they're saying whoever said that you don't belong on this side of the family, or you feel you like you're not connected to that side of the family, or you don't know those roots, like they're like, I don't know what they're talking about down there on earth, but like we still have your back, you know. So they don't want you to listen to that. They want you to feel connected, and they want you to start learning about that side of who you are. So, you know, if one side of your family is, I don't know, Irish, and the other side is Puerto Rican, and you were raised by one side, and the other side was always, you know, you felt like you couldn't, you know, I'm very mixed. So you feel like you can't connect and go and learn about that side. Or maybe you were told, oh, okay. So for some of you, you were told, well, if this person was alive, they would never accept you this way. They would never allow that to happen. They wouldn't support you. Some of you could even be with like pride, you know, or whatever's going on in your life. Some of the path that you have chosen. So, and you know what I'm thinking of is that movie Coco. You know how like the ancestors had to learn. So what they ended up accepting in the spirit realm for the little boy isn't something they would have accepted how they were known. I feel like that's how it is for you guys. So I feel like for you guys, your ancestors are growing on the spiritual realm. Um, I could see, yes, yes, I had seen that request if you will be a millionaire in your life. So we could do a reading and try to see, gauge where we'll fall on the financial spectrum, definitely. So, but for this one, I do feel like you are going to be, the ancestors are basically saying for you that you are going to be embraced, and like basically they're learning, and they don't have the same limitations that they had here, or that someone else is just using their memory to like control certain people or certain aspects, and it's not actually what they believe in. Okay, so here we have sweetness and synergy, and you know, them being very saddened when you feel like you can't connect with them. So I would say go ahead and connect with these ancestors. They're also really saying that, you know, some of you are just feeling a little bit discouraged about an artistic career. Yes. Ooh, I like that, past life and karma. Yes, let's do it. There could also be, you know, so some of you guys are lying to yourselves too, and the ancestors are like, what do you mean you can't go out there? And you know, I'm feeling a creative career is important for somebody who will watch this. So you might be talking yourself down from it or not believing in yourself, and your ancestors are like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You can't do this. So you're being supported to move forward. Some of you are being told you need to repair your relationship with your children. Okay, so some of the ancestors are not happy. They're not happy that you're not connecting with your children in the right way, or you're not teaching them what you should about, you know, the heritage. But I feel like some of you, it's just like kind of some spat that you have with your children, you know, or the way you'll know, it'll resonate. You'll know if you're not connecting with your children in the nice way. Okay. All right. But overall, I feel like they're saying pay attention also to the lies in your social dynamics. Definitely, if you've been having that issue with friends and stuff, your crew, your spirit crew has your back on this. And so they're trying to make sure you connect with good people. So it's like listen to them when they help reveal who people are to you. Okay? Yeah. Champagne. Yeah, so listen. Um I feel like you might be getting very clear, harsh signs like, dang, like boom, like I'm just getting like I think someone's my friend and it just drops off in a dramatic way. They're being very picky about your social group right now. They want you to have very good, loyal, sweet people around you, good energy only, okay? So they're like when the lies are revealed, like they're over there. You might have a very strong maternal one too who doesn't play. Like like she does not like having negative people who are not genuine around you at all. And so you're going to see that happen a lot, okay? All right. I feel like those of you who were thinking of going to like your motherland or doing a pilgrimage to the old family home or the region of, you know, where you came from, that's very supported. And I feel like your ancestors or finding their grave or something of that nature, I feel like they very much support that and would like that very much. Okay. So there's for those of you who had chosen A. I guess I always forget the letters and stuff because I mix them up. But for those of you who chose the Septarian, let's see what we got. Spirit of initiation. Ooh. We have Black Cat. Fortune means opportunity. We have Five of Pentacles. Oh, this is yours. Yeah. Ooh. Three of Air reversed. And the Empress reverse. Look at the Empress reverse twice. That's very interesting. Okay, so this one is about financial stuff. So your ancestors are trying to help you feel like if you're feeling like, man, maybe you come from a background of not having a lot, not being you know, financially stable and abundant. Maybe there's some bad financial management. Yes, I love Septarian. It's great for ancestor work, actually. This is, yep, living in the ghetto. This is coming in you for like you have that. They want to change that vibration. They want to divorce that energy in their lineage. They don't want their lineage to feel like you have to be poor, that you can't be abundant, that you can't, be stable. So you have they're initiating it with you. So for some of you, you're going to be the game changer um, in recent uh, in recent times for your family of really becoming more abundant. And I see that it could be hard because, yeah, you might be a single parent or you might have already begun your parenting. And so you're like, gee, now I'm trying to figure out how to, make money and get out of this. And then she said, give me the lotto numbers. You're gonna have to take that up with them. They're gonna say, put me something on my altar. Where's my ancestor money? Yes. So I see that. I see them wanting to encourage you as you're doing. So if you're thinking about, like, sometimes it could be hard to step away and let yourself be successful if the rest of the family's not. And I feel like they're saying, no, go ahead and be that game changer. Go ahead and let yourself level up. And, for some of you, you might have even turned down educational opportunities, or you might be turning down certain things that you want to do and create in your life because you don't know how to balance kind of saving the rest of the family and doing what you need to do, or some kind of thing like that. And this is encouraging you, like, no, it's okay. Like, everyone else will be better when you're right. If mom's good, everyone's good, kind of thing. And even for yourself, if you don't have children, it's that kind of energy. The rest of your life will flourish when you allow yourself to be stable and have security and flourish within that. So that's your good luck. That's your opportunities that your ancestors are blessing and opening for you, are you getting security, you're getting stable, and you having financial abundance. Okay, and they really want you to focus on that. They're saying all this heartbreak stuff. Some of you, there's a parent who's no longer in the situation, not co-parenting with you, or there is divorce or relationships on the rocks, and they're like, that's kind of a distraction right now. What we want you to focus on is you being stable, you being financially successful, so that you can still be around and get around to be able to do all this other stuff you want to do. Okay, so that's what is to focus on. Yes. Oh gosh. Don't be, I mean, I don't know, maybe your ancestors roll like that, but I'm not encouraging the robbing a bank. Hi, Mia. So for those of you who chose, which would be C or 3 over here, and we have the Amalite. Ooh, this time we can catch it. I know, I'm just joking with you too. Don't worry, I got a sense of humor, y'all. I got you. I wouldn't be surprised. Some ancestors shoot. No. Dancer of frustration. So your ancestors want to talk about some frustration you got. We got the Seven of Swords reverse. Look, that's the thieving card and it's reversed. They're like, nope, nope. This ancestor's talking about this group. Like, don't be stealing now. I'm just kidding. Okay. Five of Earth. How interesting. We got that in both as well. We got the Page of Trees, which is the Page of Pentacles, and trick or treat, mischief, or play. That's really, really funny because I see this group being very frustrated with limitations, actually. Yeah, these are very, very tied together, actually. Yeah, except for this one, I do feel like, you know why? I think that whole conversation we just had was for a reason. When you do a reading, everything that happens is for a reason. And this one here, you could have some ancestors who have a little trickster kind of spirit. You might be feeling them around and be like, oh, what is that? I feel like they also kind of guide you and protect you around that. I see children being talked about here. If you're not in connection with your children, your ancestors want you to be in connection with your children. Some of you are having some kind of thing where you're frustrated, where you're wanting to be around your children more, and that hasn't been happening, and that's very frustrating for you. Okay, so obviously that's for those of you who have kids. I would definitely stay on alert because this whole situation has some mischief and some shadiness going on. For you guys, your ancestors really watch if people are sending you shade, evil eye. Yeah. This is, they're very protective on that. They're really, this is them canning that. So when people are trying to steal from you, take from you, whatever, they're aware of it. They really watch that and they're trying to keep that from happening. But this is kind of saying that that energy's around. So I feel like some of you, maybe you have like a partner who's always taking and using from you, but you keep letting these people back, and then your ancestors bounce them off and you let them back, and it's like they're getting frustrated, they're kind of exhausted in some way, whether it's energetically, financially. There's these these people being around you who aren't exactly healthy. And it's kind of hard, like with trickster energy, it's kind of hard because you're like, well, maybe I should, oh yeah, I definitely believe our ancestors protect us. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, sometimes our ancestors aren't like, it depends. Not everybody's ancestors are fully healed, or it's not like the whole group is always fully healed and present and having the energy to do so. But yes, most people's ancestors are really protective of them. Yep, and then we put ourselves in wrong positions. That's right, Champagne. And that's what I'm seeing here. Your crew, your ancestor crew is like, okay, we got your back, son, but how many times you gonna be driving on the road playing chicken? Hi, seventh house lesson. Thank you for watching. So really watch, and this is regarding children. I feel like some of you are like, how many, like your ancestors are like, how many damn times you're gonna be dating someone that's putting your children at risk, or how many times are you going to be risking your financial success? We give you some financial blessing, and then you go and blow it and you risk it. How many times? So there's some frustration with your ancestors here. They're like, how many times are we gonna try to bless you and encourage your path of your health, and then you're gonna shut that down? So I feel like when they're giving you signs, when they're trying to be playful, when they're trying to connect, oh, is it 111? Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Here it's 311. Yep. Um, yeah, so like listen to your ancestors when they're trying to connect. Absolutely, absolutely. Past loved ones we've had relationships with, absolutely. They can connect and guide us and add protection to us, definitely. And you know what? I felt to include this, even though these were ancestor stones I was getting, I felt to include a love stone. So I think that's very interesting that you chose it. That could be why. But yes, okay, so that's what I'm getting for this one. They're just having frustration and they're like, just tell them stop playing, basically. Tell them to stop playing. Like you guys know what you're doing. Stop letting those jokesters, right? Those jokes up in your life who are trying to take away your blessings. Yep, sometimes they pass away so they can help from the other side. You're welcome. Yes. So how can we, I'll pause for a second. The question was, how can we connect with our ancestors more? Really honoring them. If you, especially if there's, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes we don't know, we're taken from another country or something. We don't know. We're trying to reconnect with our ancestors. So you can start by collectively honoring that energy of what you know of where you're from, right? And then as you connect more, then you can, maybe you'll start offering the rice that came from that country, and like being around putting some imagery of that and just trying to connect with practices and different things from your culture. Find your sacred ceremony, so that can be a way to connect with your collective ancestors. Then of course you can try to connect to the actual lineage of your direct ancestors. And if you know who you've descended from, you could put their picture, you could put things they like right there, but put good energy, because we heal our ancestors and they heal us. So we want to be putting, think of some people's ancestors did some crappy things. So we want to be trying to even offer prayers for our ancestors too, if they weren't in a good way here, that they can heal, because we can get rid of negative energies, karmas, lessons, and stuff on the other side as well. Yep, they can come through dreams. Okay, let me go and look at some of these. Let's see. Yes. Which crystal is number 4? 1, 2, 3. This one here. Is this what you're calling for? This is rose quartz. This is pink opal, and this is turritella agate. Yep, you hear some songs that remind. Yep. No, lucid dreams, absolutely. Absolutely. Listen to what happens in dream time. Yep. So you guys all have good, and really listen to it, because so many people know, even if people don't think that they're psychic or if they're really religious, they'll tell me like, well, when I see this bird or heard this song and I knew that was them, like, when it's them. So trust that, trust when they're talking to you, because how they sound and everything. 4, we have this pink rose quartz. It looks a little more white on camera, and that red glitter just wanted to stick on there, so I just left it. So for those of you who chose this, we have Hunter of Paths. Just a minute, my thing's making me enter this code. Does it trust my computer? Yep, crows. Yep, people have different birds. The underworld. Yep, so this is someone I would say who passed more recently. We have the Lovers reversed. Boom. You guys, I promise I did not sync these cards with the stone. The 5 of Fire. And the Magician. Yes, so I would definitely say, I think that that's exactly why this stone went on here on this group, because I think this is definitely somebody who wanted to come through who's more recently passed and speak to their love and let them know that they're okay. And I feel like they're doing everything they can to communicate with you. Yep. That's the one you selected. Absolutely. I'm getting my little spirit bumps. Like they're doing everything they can to connect with you. And I feel like, sometimes like I feel like they're not ready for you to move on yet. So they might be running some interference for you with this one. So yes, I definitely feel like a lot of people that pick this one, it's going to be someone that they were with, and they're trying to help you guide in your new way, but they are very overprotective of you. They do have their own opinions about what you're doing in your life, and they don't, so for those of you it was a lover or a best friend, like they're not looking to be replaced in your life soon. So that can be good to know, because I did a reading for one person, and it was actually a grandfather figure who was very present in their household, moving things and stuff, and they had a very strong opinion of who she should be dating, what should be going on. So we had to kind of communicate, and until they got, so for some of you, it's going to be that, because there will be a lot of people watching. So for some of you have a very strong ancestor who is very much in your business when it comes to who you're dating, what you're doing in your life, things of that nature. So if you're feeling like, man, like I feel like someone's shutting the door on every person that I date or in my partnership, some of you who are married, or even that you got divorced, your ancestors didn't get along. And that is a thing, right? Some ancestors come in, depending on what areas of the world you guys are coming from, what was going on during the time your ancestors are alive. And if you guys come from different groups or just personal family beefs, sometimes they don't get along. And people will be like, there's this pressure in their relationship and they don't know where it's coming from. So, yep, every time you date, something like that's happening, you need to take it to your ancestors, acknowledge them, ask their guidance. There could be a reason. Mm-hmm. Yep, yep. Maybe your great grandmother. Yep. Yep. So I would really go and check in with them. Sometimes, I've had to help people connect with their ancestors and be like, okay, pops, like we hear you, we respect you, but you gotta let you gotta let them live their life. And usually, once you acknowledge them, then they'll kind of chill off. They'll let you know their opinion, but they'll kind of cool off a little bit, and they just want to be heard, much just like a parent or guardian now. They don't like the feeling that you're not listening to them. And sometimes they have some legit information, where you're just like, oh shoot, like let me listen. So I feel that, but I feel like this is a spirit. I feel overall it's love. I don't feel like it's negative at all. And I feel like this spirit is very much just wanting to connect with you, really still be a part of your path in life, and very much is still kind of in the physical realm, connecting to the physical realm from that level, very much so. So I would definitely, you know, pay attention to them and reconnect back. Yes. Yep. Yep. Friends and lovers, you can make, if they've passed away, you definitely can make a little altar for them, just like you do with ancestors or deities. It's very natural. Like human beings, we very naturally do it. If you look at the top of our dressers, if you look at our mantles on our fireplace, like we will drill into a brick fireplace to put a mantle on there, to put pictures of people that we love and put good energy around it. We put on the roadside, if someone's passed, we put flowers and markers. So it's a very human, it doesn't have to be according to your denomination or anything like that. I think it's just a very natural human thing to do. And animals do that too, right? Elephants do that, remembering sites and places and things about our loved ones and leaving things for them. So I definitely would acknowledge them here. All right. For those of you who chose the pink opal here, yes, and go ahead and please give it a like if it's resonating, if you feel like anyone could be helped by it. So for those of you who chose pink opal, we have the Hunter of Abundance in reverse. We have the Cardinal here, Night Song, Hidden Talents. Cardinal though, y'all, that's huge, right? Three of Cups. The Strength reversed. And we have the Shadow, Fear reversed. Okay, so for you guys, your ancestors definitely connecting, but you're afraid. you're afraid when they connect. So I think they're trying to come to you more through like animals and symbol. Thank you for thumbsing up. Yes, your ancestor like would love so much to connect with you, but they feel like if they come through too strongly, like you might misinterpret like their connections. I think for some of their ancestors, like you might still have some stigma about that or some fears, be like, I don't want you popping up at me, or even have like a very a large fear about, connecting with spirits. So I feel like they're definitely around. I'm seeing a significant event happening, whether that's like a birthday or a graduation or something, and them being present here with you. Um, but I feel like you see like cardinals are an actual symbol. So if you don't know that, when you see cardinals, that's a lot of times that's ancestors. Like I never saw cardinals till after my great grandma passed, and on that side of the family they already would talk about that and knew it. So I knew that was her, and it would literally follow me. Like I would walk this long way to my sister's, and it would the whole entire way it would follow me until I said hi grandma, and then it would leave. But literally it would not leave. It would be and it would be in different places. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep, with the dog. Yeah, so I feel like for you, like your ancestors are staying close, they're speaking through animals, they're really trying to be connected to you, but they don't want to overpower you and they don't want to scare you. Like they're trying to be close and come to all your stuff, but they know maybe you're sensitive, or they don't want to just like some ancestors will come at night and stuff, but if they feel like they're gonna scare you, like they're not being as interactive as they would want to. I feel like they might have even tried to talk to some of you at some point because I'm seeing music and song and at night and this communication. So that could be a thing. For some of you, your ancestors have left you coins too, and so you haven't maybe noticed that or caught on that that's what they're doing. But that actually happens with a lot of people. They'll leave after someone passes, or they'll just be someone who passed away who will leave random coins around. For so some of you, that's that. But for them, they're really wanting you just personally as a message. It's kind of like a very simple open message, is that they want you to be happier. They're saying some of you are staying with something that you hate doing for financial stability, and they're like, hunter of abundance, like you have to go out and get it a different way. Like you're really not fulfilled this way. You might have some areas of your life where you're very happy, but you have some things that you're struggling with, and letting things overpower you and kind of control your life in a way that you're not living your fullest. And so that's their main message for you, is they just want you to make sure that you're providing for yourself, that you're going out and actively getting your happiness in every way that you can, and that you're not being programmed with fears or stigmas or shame. I'm getting that doesn't belong with you. Okay, that's their main message for you. All right, so look out for them. Give them a little shout out. They come tweeting by. All right. Okay, let's get this last one. I think little Miss Sweetheart over there is waking up. Okay, so we have Turritella Agate. Thank you. I'm so glad you watched. For those of you who chose Turritella Agate, we have Dancer of Friendship. Oh, that's so sweet. We have the Lamp of Remembrance. So they definitely want to be remembered if you're watching this with the Turritella Agate, the Guardian of Air. So this is a specific sign. So this could be somebody who was an air sign, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Could have also been someone who is single their whole life or who got divorced at some point. We have the Four of Stars, reverse advancement. Oh, thank you. Look forward to it. And Judgment reversed. So those of you, this is somebody, if you knew them, you would have been really close to them. But this is somebody who tries to stay close to you. They want you to have a very good connection with others. A lot of these ancestors are very concerned about financial, physical security, and that you are having happiness and joy in your life. These ones really want to be remembered. Now, this one has some work. I would definitely really sit and give prayers and energy to this group of ancestors if this is you, because I'm seeing the Judgment card come up here reversed, meaning that they're having some difficulty healing things karmically or with their transition, things of that nature. They're not quite yet feeling at home on the other side, or they're having a difficult time kind of in spirit school, or whatever you want to say. So I would definitely pay homage to them and send prayers to your ancestors if you picked this one, and really bless you, love. really spend time doing that with them, because they do need, whether it's extra energy and juju or recognition. But I feel like there's some things that need to be cleared from your heritage, from your ancestors. There could have been some stuff that went down that wasn't cool. They could have been on the wrong side of history in some ways, and they're wanting that acknowledged, and there's some conversation that needs to be had with that. Okay, all in all, they're wanting to make it right though, because we have Dancer of Friendship, so they don't want you to be afraid to connect with them if you find out that that happened, okay, and that occurred. Now, really quickly, before I bounce off with baby, we have the collective energy for all of us. We have Ghost, which is regret. We have the Dancer of Joy. There's a lot of fun ancestors coming through. Three of Swords reversed. Let's see, I had to stack them. The Two of Air. So some of you definitely came to this reading, but your ancestors weren't present to speak, and I felt that as I was doing it. So not everybody's are present. These are ones that we could, you know, kind of get together collectively, that could kind of join in, that had similar messages, and so some of the things kind of overlapped. So, you know, I will do more ancestor readings periodically. Of course, you can get a personal reading. Of course, you can connect with them directly. That's the quickest link, and get messages that way with some of the practices that we did. Oh yes, I always talk with my ancestors. Yep. Yep. So we have acceptance and harmony. So those, everyone needs to know with these cards, it's the energy that it is joyful to connect with our ancestors. There is sometimes things that we have to work through. Sometimes they want to tell us things that they want to do better. Sometimes they want to show things that they want us to change in our lives, or, you know, there can be that. But overall, it's to ease, to get rid of that pain, to pull the thorn out of the sores kind of thing, to have joy, and it helps heal us all. You know, this is a card of it all coming together for everybody and more harmony. All right, so it's a good thing. Connect with your ancestors. I'm going to go see my little descendant and care to her. She just woke up from a nap. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.